up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So tonight I am actually going to do an alcohol ink tumbler. I have already prepped my tumbler and I've already mixed my epoxy. If you don't know how to prep your tumbler, I will share that in my link. I will share the video in my link below on how to prep your tumblers. However, I have not yet made a video on how to mix epoxy, but I will make that next week. However, let's get started. So I have already prepped this tumbler. The base coat is black. This is a 20 ounce ozark tumbler. So I have done all the clear of it. We are going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and put this in here. So it's already nicely spray painted, it's wiped down, all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna get my gloves here. All right. And then for my alcohol ink, I am going to be doing a Jaguar alcohol ink, which is going to be basically the black mixed in with the turquoise. I do not have gold, unfortunately. So I got this turquoise color from Hobby Lobby. And then this is my white to bring it out. I ordered this off of Amazon. So these are the two colors I'm going to use. I have to use white because if you just put the turquoise on without applying the white after or before, whichever you prefer, it's not going to show up on the black. The black's going to take over the color. So I'm going to go ahead and get my spinner on. So you can see it's spinning in a nice little small pace. And I'm going to start applying my epoxy. All right. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to slowly I keep looking over here, sorry. I'm going to slowly apply the epoxy on an even coat around the whole entire tumbler, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and do this part. I'm going to speed up the process so that way this isn't a very long video, okay? All right, here we go. And just know, if you have more than you need on the cup, just kind of take it and swipe it in the cup. So I'm going to let this spin for a good 10 minutes, and just so it's a nice even coat, and then we'll start applying the turquoise. Okay? I'm also going to hit this really quick with my heat gun. So this is something I purchased off of Amazon, just like a little cheap heat gun. This is going to help me pop any bubbles that I have at this time. I'm going to let that spin for just a couple minutes. Alright, so we're going to start applying the turquoise, okay? There's no right or wrong way to apply it. You just kind of go with the flow and go with your gut, is my best go-to. So I'm just going to do random spots. And like I said, you're not going to be able to see it that well because it's black. going to apply the white. I'm going to just add some more turquoise where I have a little bit too much white at it. So So I kind of like the way that this looks. I'm kind of looking at it from the back side because I can't really see it on that side, so I'm kind of looking at the camera. But anyways, so this is basically done. I kind of like where it is because I'm going to put a decal on it, so I don't want it to be overwhelmed with the turquoise and black. So this is basically, I'm done with the alcohol inks. I kind of like how it's setting. It's setting the way I kind of want it to, which is actually really cool. And we will be back for the second part. So yeah, it'll be the decal part. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I let this cup sit for a good 12 hours. I also went ahead and placed my decal on it. I did the Jaguar with the and did the lettering in the gold. Typically the logo is I believe Jacksonville is in black or white. I think it's black, and then Jaguar is in gold, or vice versa, one of the two. So but I wanted to do it both in gold just because I have the cup in teal and black, and then I just added the Jaguar underneath. So now is the final step, and that is sealing it. After, of course, I make sure everything's nice and smooth and I don't need to sand it, but it is alcohol ink. So I did have one air bubble, which was my fault. So I am also going to sand that down really quick. So now that everything is basically smooth, I'm going to put the final coat of epoxy on there to seal in the decal and to basically seal everything and make sure everything's still smooth. Alright, so let's get to it. So I didn't realize I wasn't recording on that last little bit. So what I did, I took my epoxy and I put an even coat around it to seal in the decal and then just give it its final touch. I'm hitting it now with my heat gun so that way I can get out all the air bubbles as much as I can. Alright, so I'm going to let this spin for at least 4 to 6 hours, and then I'm going to turn off the spinner, and then I'm just going to let it sit for another 6 to 8 hours. I typically like to wait 8 hours just because I want to make sure that everything is good, sealed, and that way I'm not messing up anything and the epoxy isn't as soft. It does definitely depend on how much epoxy you put on the cup. Gives about how long it should take to dry. Back once it is dry to see the final touch. Bye. Totally forgot to film the final project of the Jaguar tumbler. So this is it.
And that is it.